All right, guys, welcome to episode 7. The Royal Cousers take on their save the dates. On this episode, we're gonna take you through how we put it together.
So the save the date is something you want to get out to your guests so they are bookmarking and securing and not double booking your wedding day.
You want to make it so that they remember it, that it's memorable, that it has pieces of not only your personality, but the theme as well. So we definitely wanted to try to make it as royal as we could.
One of the cool things we like about save the dates are ones that have functional purpose, and in particular ones that are going to be in a place that you're going to see often. We love the save the dates that we've gotten from our friends and families who've had weddings where they're actual magnets that stick to your refrigerator. Something you go to every day, sometimes a couple of times a day.
We looked through a lot of different websites to try to see the templates that already exist.
And there are a few. You can go to websites where they have them already pre-populated. You drop in your photo, literally change the date to your date, and you're good to go.
It's very user-friendly, but again, it's limited because you can only put so many pictures or so many words. It's very, what's a template? So it's only what they say you can put in, and I was really hell-bent on using the most of our engagement shoot photos from Pleasantville. I had no idea it was gonna be that difficult.
We went through 3 or 4 different websites, and while there were a few that had 3 photo layouts, none of them really had all of the options that Jill wanted.
Jarrett also wanted to make sure that we did put the name of our brand, the Royal Cousers, and a lot of the times the save the dates only said save the date and name of the couple, location and date. Maybe websites, a lot of them didn't even give you the option to add the website on there.
What we decided to do was get a few samples from a couple of places that we could see what the options were, what they looked like, and how they would be executed. It's important to know that if you're going with a royal theme, that the magnet is going to have the feel and the look and the size and scale that all are required in order to be royal. We went for 2 different companies. The first was Mented. Mented, when you order a sample from them, they don't allow you to get a custom sample. You have to use one of their templates, which is fine.
Shutterfly had a sale, and they had the option to include our personal photos in the sample that they sent over. And then we realized that a company that we used before actually does magnets as well.
So our canvas prints for our art gallery engagement party, they offered a magnet. And one of the negatives about some of the pre-established magnets is that they're really small. Like the one we got from Mented was like half the size.
I know, it was itty bitty.
Yeah, and again, if you're gonna use 3 photos and now they're gonna all be tiny, it's like, is it even worth having 3 photos, right? You kind of just need one and have it big. What they do offer that's great if you are going to go with Mented or some of these guys is that some of their templates are really easy, but designed beautifully. You can do foil stamping if you like as well, so you can have this like nice layer. But again, you aren't able to change the words that are foil stamps. You aren't able to change the layout. Like it's pretty consistent. They already have their etched out, printing press, and you're going to use exactly what they have to stamp. So, having a design or a vision in mind that Jill had, it made it a little bit difficult in how you can maneuver through that. So we designed it ourselves, built it in Photoshop, leveraged our photos. And the great thing that UPrinting offered that we saw with the canvases is that they provide you with a proof. So you can actually print your layout, go to a printing shop near your area, and actually attempt to print as close to the quality of paper that you're gonna get. And you can kind of see it in your hands before you then go ahead and order, your first or your total batch.
We got the save the date from UPrinting and they looked amazing, perfect size, takes up a lot of real estate on the fridge is what we wanted. It really made me happy to see that it's like, oh wow, like I thought of this and I didn't think it was possible and here it is. However, we wanted to do something more with, because we didn't just want to send this. I said,
She ain't telling the truth, Joe, okay? I had told Jill, cool, we got this magnet. are we just gonna send just this magnet in an envelope? And what did Jill say? Yeah. And I said, well, no, we need to there needs to be a reveal. Like when you get this envelope, which we'll talk about in a moment, and you open it up, it should just be the magnet in there. There should be something else. And Jill's like, okay, we'll just print some piece of paper. So then I was like, well, no, what I really want to do is print on very nice, transparent paper. If you aren't familiar with paper stocks and paper materials, there is a material called vellum that is decadent. It is a translucent, really transparent piece of paper, or parchment if you will, that you can print on top of, and it actually allows you to see through to the image behind it. You can get vellum, a clear vellum actually, and it's completely transparent, where only the color that you print on top of it will shine through, but we went with a more white vellum, which allows for pretty much, probably like a 60% opacity, transparent layer where you can see through but not totally see through. So when you open the envelope, you get this kind of like feeling of like, wait, what am I looking at? And then you see this piece of paper with vellum that is pretty rare. I mean, a lot of people don't go out of it. It's hard to print vellum. It's difficult to find places that actually will do it. So it's really rare. So we wanted that kind of feel of like, oh my gosh, what am I opening up? And then you move the vellum and you see the really nice envelope behind it. It gives it its grand reveal that it deserves. So to convince Jill to do the vellum, I had to find a place that would print it at a price that was comfortable for Jill, because it was very important for Jill to not waste money on, and I quote, a piece of paper, right?
It really was though.
But once she saw it, it was beautiful. So I actually connected with a friend, Corel. We've worked together in the past. Corel, shout out to you. Thank you so much. All your advice and tips and help. Who's also a wedding planner, so you look up for a wedding planner. Who connected me to a printing company called Art Scroll Printing here in New York City. I reached out to them. It turns out they actually do print in vellum, and they were able to give us a really efficient price for the size that we needed. We went actually to Art Scroll Printing in person. Got overwhelmed with all their wedding stuff. I mean, these people can print and do anything. They have tons of great options. And they printed in vellum on the spot for us. Now we have this amazing vellum piece of paper with Giuliani, her full name.
Whoa.
I know you thought she was Jill. She's Giuliani.
Yeah.
And myself, who we are the Royal Cousers. And then some more information about our wedding. And the great thing about this, as Jill said, it really allows you space to communicate things that would be just too much for a magnet, that really is about the day. This is about the day and who. This is more about the details and information. So that these two together create an amazing save the date offer.
Yeah, what I loved about it too is like, even before you take off the page, you can kind of see it in the background, and it looks like you're actually opening like a storybook. Like, how in fairy tales they will say once upon a time. This is the feeling that you get when you see it together, or at least that I got when I saw it together.
Yeah.
Once upon a time.
And to those out there, for the most part, again, we did design these ourselves, using Photoshop. So don't feel discouraged. While we went with the totally custom route, I'm confident that you guys can do it too. Talk with us in the comments if you have questions or things that we might be able to help you with. Again, we watched tons of YouTube videos and trying to finalize this. While I did have some previous experience, YouTube really helped out. I'd be happy to link you to some of the YouTubers and content that we saw to get there. And again, you can design your vision and it won't take you long. Again, I'll give anyone who's familiar with the computer a week's time and you'll have what we executed.
We ended up going to LCI paper for our envelopes.
You can leverage postables for your address book and contact list and actually download that to provide to other companies. Sorry, postables, but you letting us hack the game. So we hacked it. We took that Excel, we uploaded it to LCI paper. We were then able to leverage their website to actually build out the layout and design. We got a proof again as well of the final outcome. They sent us a PDF of every single thing they were going to print. We approved it, we double checked it, made sure even our international locations like Milan, shout out to Mattia.
And Copenhagen.
And Puerto Rico. It's part of our country, but we made sure that all the addresses were right and accurate, and then got a final print. It came in a box with all the envelopes together, and all we had to do was 2 steps.
All right, guys, we are putting together our save the dates. Finally have all the pieces together because we got envelopes from one place. We got the magnets from another place.
Wait, let me see that magnet.
That magnet is official.
On vellum. So we are putting these together and inserting it in this metallic gold. And we hope everyone thinks that it looks as royal as we intend it to be. We thought about like, oh, we can just lick seal these things or wet it. And we were like, but is that royal though?
So, the answer is no. The answer is that the royalty needs a really unique and personal touch to close an envelope, and that is a wax seal.
It needs a stamp, son.
Yeah. And Jarrett found one on Etsy. And so it says J&J on it. And it was a beautiful seal. It comes with a spoon, right? And so the one that we got was red at first. And
beautiful red. If you got a red one, you're one of the lucky ones.
A lot of people said that they felt like it was Harry Potter when they saw it because it was like the red stamp.
Which made me happy.
He was so excited about that. But so you get a spoon and you put the pellets of wax in there and you have to hold it over a candle and wait till it melts. And so when it melts, you pour it onto
you gotta hurry up.
the envelope, the lip of the envelope, and then you gotta hurry up and stamp it, and then wait a couple seconds to remove it so that the wax doesn't, stick on the stamp or anything, and then let it dry. This process took so long.
We don't recommend using the pellets. While they seem easy, you can get a big bag of them for cheap. It takes very, very long. So we ended up running out of pellets and had to find a new solution. So we went to Michael's. Michael's did not offer pellets, but what they did offer are actual wax candlesticks. So our second batch, post-pellet batch, we end up using the wax candles. And if you're gonna do a wax seal, go with the wax candles.
Yeah, the wax candle was way
Old
quicker.
school is the way to go.
Yeah, and it looks so cool.
The pellet burn alone takes you like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was a significant difference, and we suggest definitely using the candles over the pellets. Now we have the stamp on the golden envelope, and inside of that is our vellum and our magnet save the date, and they are ready to get shipped out. When the moment came to ship them out, we were like, thank gosh.
And shout out to all the people who were so excited, who got their save the dates and sent us videos.
Before I open the letter, I just want to highlight this attention to detail. This is a letter, and you notice this is a seal. Like they actually sealed it with an actual seal with their initials J&J, Joe and Jarrett, Jarrett and Joe. So freaking awesome.
Ba-boom, baby. And we're just so excited. Glad you were excited. We're glad all this work and effort was to your appreciation. You, our guests, we can't wait for you to come to our wedding. We hope that our effort allows our drop-off rate to go way down to hopefully like 1%, if not lower. And again, we're very, very, very excited.
Yeah, we want to make all of our guests feel special because we feel honored to have all of our guests there. So thank you guys again to everyone who sent us beautiful messages and appreciated all of our hard work. We love you guys.
Yeah, until next time.
Bye guys, remember to share, like, comment, and subscribe.